Welcome to a tour of Rome in 44 BC, a city standing at the crossroads of history. For 5 centuries, Rome had grown from a small settlement on the Tiber to the undisputed master of the Mediterranean world. Now, through advanced AI technology, we've transformed ancient descriptions, archaeological evidence, and historical accounts into photorealistic scenes that will transport you back to the final days of the Roman Republic. In 44 BC, Rome was a city of extraordinary contradictions. Here, marble temples gleamed white in the Mediterranean sun, while narrow streets below churned with the daily struggle of 1 million inhabitants. Senators in purple-striped togas debated philosophy in elegant villas, while across the city, workers toiled in cramped workshops for mere sestertii. This was the heart of an empire that stretched from Hispania to Syria. Yet within its ancient walls, the very nature of Roman governance was about to be tested as never before. This is the Roman Forum, the political, commercial, and religious center of Rome. And on this March morning in 44 BC, it pulses with the energy of a world capital at its zenith. The Temple of Saturn houses the Roman treasury. The rostra, the speaker's platform decorated with bronze prows of captured ships, stands ready for political speeches. The Basilica Aemilia echoes with voices of lawyers and merchants. The crowd is extraordinary in its diversity. Senators in togas with broad purple stripes move through the throng, their clients following respectfully behind. But they share these stones with freedmen, foreign merchants, and slaves running errands. At the center of everything, news spreads rapidly. Julius Caesar has returned to Rome. Some whisper about his growing power. He's been named Dictator Perpetuo, dictator for life. Others speak with admiration of his military genius, his victories in Gaul. The debates grow heated, voices rising in the particular Roman way, passionate, argumentative, unafraid. Caesar has been building extensively. A new forum bearing his name rises nearby, dominated by a temple to Venus Genetrix, the goddess he claims as his ancestor. But some Romans mutter that it's too magnificent, too much like the temples of Eastern kings. Romans, they remind each other, are supposed to be citizens of a republic, not subjects of a monarch. This is the Suburra, Rome's most densely populated district, where you can witness the daily labor that keeps the empire functioning. In one cramped workshop, a coppersmith and his 2 apprentices work at their forge. The senior craftsman shapes a decorative vessel with practiced hammer strokes. The rhythmic clang of metal on metal has been his daily music for 30 years. Sweat runs down his bare chest. The forge generates intense heat. His apprentices work the bellows and prepare materials. __0_, he instructs. Quote 1. Next door, a fuller operates his establishment, a business that cleans cloth. Large ceramic vats line the walls, filled with water and urine collected from public urinals. Workers stomp on soiled togas in these vats. The urine's ammonia breaks down oils and stains, turning dirty cloth pristine white. Every toga-wearing senator depends on establishments like this to maintain the crisp, clean appearance that Roman dignity demands. Across the street, a bakery fills the air with the smell of fresh bread. The baker and his family have been awake since before dawn. The large clay oven dominates the shop. The baker's wife kneads dough, her arms strong from years of labor. Their teenage son grinds wheat into flour. A younger daughter arranges finished loaves, calling out to passers-by. These workshops form the economic backbone of Rome. This is the Baths of Agrippa, one of Rome's great public bath complexes. The entrance fee is nominal, a single quadrans, making the baths accessible to almost everyone. Here, senators might bathe in the same pool as shopkeepers. The frigidarium, the cold bathing room, echoes with voices and laughter. The tepidarium, the warm room heated by fires beneath hollow floors, is where Romans linger. Here, friends meet to gossip, business associates negotiate deals. The conversations range from chariot races to the price of grain, and, increasingly, the question of Caesar's power. In the caldarium, the hot room, steam rises from heated pools. Slaves offer strigils, curved metal tools to scrape oil and dirt from skin. The baths serve a crucial function: information exchange. This afternoon, the talk is all of Caesar. A rumor circulates that he plans to move the capital to Alexandria. Another whisper suggests he'll declare himself king. No one knows what's true, but everyone has an opinion. This is the home of Marcus Junius Brutus, a senator of ancient family, located on the Palatine Hill where Rome's elite maintain their residences. The villa is elegant, but not ostentatious. Brutus's Stoic philosophy values dignity over display. The atrium opens to the sky, and walls are decorated with frescoes depicting scenes from Roman history, reminders of the Republic's glorious past. The morning begins early. Before dawn, Brutus rises and performs his rituals. Slaves help him dress in his toga, a complex garment requiring assistance. The salutatio begins shortly after dawn, the morning reception when clients arrive to pay respects. Brutus greets each man personally, offering advice, providing loans, reinforcing the bonds that hold Roman society together. After the salutatio, Brutus breaks his fast with his family. His wife, Portia, daughter of Cato the Younger, is a woman of formidable intelligence. They discuss politics. Their conversation turns inevitably to Caesar. Brutus's face grows troubled as they discuss the dictator's growing power, the erosion of traditional republican government, the danger to everything their families have held sacred for generations. This is the theater of Pompeii, where the Senate has been convening. The morning session begins with customary rituals. Augurs have been consulted, omens read, sacrifices performed. The senators arrive in their togas, taking seats according to rank. The chamber fills with murmured conversation. But there's an undercurrent today, a strange energy that veteran senators recognize as dangerous. Caesar arrives with his usual retinue. At 56 years old, he moves with the confidence of a man who has conquered Gaul and returned to Rome as its undisputed master. Authoritative, with a sense of impending change. He wears the purple toga of a triumphator. The business begins with mundane matters. Grain supplies, judicial appointments, public works. Caesar presides with practiced ease. Among the senators, Cassius Longinus watches Caesar with barely concealed intensity. He spent months cultivating a conspiracy, recruiting men who believe Caesar's dictatorship threatens the Republic. Most crucial is Brutus, whose republican principles give the conspiracy moral authority. As the morning wears on, several senators drift toward Caesar, ostensibly to present petitions. The movement seems natural, unremarkable. And then, in a moment that would echo through the centuries, everything changed. The conspirators struck with desperate determination. Tilius Cimber approached Caesar with a petition, grasping at his toga, a gesture that prevented Caesar from defending himself. This was the signal. The daggers came out. Caesar fell at the base of Pompey's statue. The conspirators fled the Senate House, their hands trembling, shouting, "Libertas!" Liberty, expecting Romans to celebrate. Instead, they found confusion, fear, and the beginning of chaos. In the forum, news spread like wildfire. The coppersmith stopped his hammer. The fuller's workers climbed out of their vats. The baker left his oven. People poured into the streets. Some wept for Caesar, remembering his generosity. Others stood silent. A few hoped the Republic might be restored. Most feared civil war. The immediate aftermath was chaos. Caesar's young grandnephew Octavian would rush back to claim his inheritance. Mark Antony would use the funeral oration to turn public opinion against the conspirators. Within months, Brutus and Cassius would flee Rome. Within 2 years, they would be defeated in battle. Within 15 years, Octavian, renamed Augustus, would become the first Roman emperor, ending the Republic forever. Our journey through Rome in 44 BC reveals a city of profound contradictions, where ancient traditions clashed with imperial power, where craftsmen built the everyday while senators debated eternity. The assassination of Julius Caesar represents one of history's great ironies. The conspirators killed Caesar to save the Republic, but their act guaranteed its destruction. Yet the legacy of March 15, 44 BC extends far beyond the fall of one man. The questions raised that day about the nature of power, the limits of authority, the rights of citizens, still echo in our politics today. Every democracy that fears tyranny inherits something from those desperate senators who struck on the Ides of March. If you enjoyed this journey through time, please comment below telling us what city and what era you'd like to see brought to life next. Should we visit Alexandria in its intellectual prime?
Constantinople at the height of Byzantine power. Your suggestions guide our travels through history. Thanks for watching, and as always, we'll see you in the past.